Egypt. Nile sings to the lotus, blossoming near her swampy shores. She cradles red-bellied tilapia and flocks of African flamingos in her floodwaters. She puddles in footprint pools of mud where her children gather to wash the day's dust from their caliceries. Their hands scrub the worn linen until it yields in wet folds, soft as Pharaoh's silk. Nile has seen the sleeves of Isis' white robe, who searches among the tangled mangroves lining Nile's red banks. She has waited a lifetime for her husband's return. The sun has fallen and trees withered in his absence.
Aerie International is a student literary magazine that is written, edited, designed, solely done by student boards and high school students working together to bring together international pieces of writing and art and photography into one collaborative book. Aerie International was we called it Laurelie's pipe dream. It was something that she had always wanted to do. It was a big goal of hers, even when she started Aerie probably 10 years before. She had wanted to make an international magazine, but it was literally an idea that was so big that people just called it her pipe dream, as if it would never happen. And then I guess finally it was a coming together of the right students and the right people who could make the magazine happen and make all of the work that was necessary come together.
You know, Aerie International really began about 5 years ago when I just got this idea. All of a sudden I thought, we need an opportunity for kids to be able to publish. And I just saw that it was possible. And so I went back to that class and I said, what do you think? And they were absolutely crazy wild about it. A year went by, another year went by, and an opportunity presented itself for me to add a creative writing class, and I said, what about this magazine? Unbelievably, the school went for it. I just went back to the students and said, what do you think? And it was really terrifying for a while. One person in particular, Sandra Alcazar, was really a champion in terms of making me feel like this could work. And she and Tammy Holland said, what about not making this just national, what about making it international? And all of a sudden, we were off and running.
So the best part was, as international pieces started coming in, just getting to see them and connect with the authors of pieces or the artists, and getting to see where they had submit from, so like the UK and Russia. It was just super exciting when everything came in.
We got one from Tajikistan, and we got them from Africa. We've gotten them from a lot of them from Russia, I think, and then tons from Kansas and a lot of places in the United States that we really didn't expect anything from. But it was interesting, the places that really got passionate about it.
My favorite part is really getting the submissions and reading through them. That first couple days when they're coming in, you're not sure how much you're going to get for that year, and then you see a really cool piece of art or a photograph or start reading a nonfiction piece, and then it just all clicks and you know why you're here.
So many wonderful things about these classes. I get to experience students through their writing, and completely other things come out when students write. This beautiful writing begins to emerge and they connect with things that you don't usually get an opportunity to do with kids in the classroom. We create this magazine at the end of the year that is a compilation of some of the best writing and art. The most exciting part is when I get to step back and just watch it happen.
Aerie International was started my junior year, and it was like a very slow process, and I was in both the normal Aerie and the Aerie International, and it was interesting to both be in this like well-founded magazine and then be in this magazine that was just coming into being. It was just interesting to see the process that it takes to start a magazine and see all that had gone into the magazine I had always worked on. My favorite part was definitely just working with all the other students and getting to make all of these big decisions, because in the past we had always just had a template. And this time we got to say, like, well, this is how we want the layout to be, and this is the text we're going to use, and this is how we want to have our artwork, and this is how much we want to have in color, and this is how we want to communicate with the people that are sending things in. And I think that the other part was just that feeling of unity with places far away.
I guess my hopes for the future are that teachers and students really do know about this magazine and want it to be a part of their lives. They want to submit to it, they want to subscribe, they want to share it, and they really become, on these pages, a part of something bigger than themselves. We're just creating opportunities. That's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do, is create opportunities for students to meet, to share their work, to share their writing, to share their art. But in all honesty, one of the things we hope for is that if young people know each other and young people have seen each other's beautiful photography, beautiful short stories, beautiful writing, that if kids know each other, the world will become a closer place. And that's really part of one of our hopes out of all of this, the world to become a closer place. And if it's closer through art and writing, so much the better.
Water vines make dark, wet circlets around the ankles of a girl. She came to tell her secrets to the river, humming quiet notes to herself. She kneels down in the water, her dress clinging to her body. She stretches her hands before her. Nile baptizes her forehead in the current. As night wakes in the sky, Ra bends low, whispering goodnight to sturgeon and crocodiles hidden in the reeds. The wings of dragonflies whir in the dusk, and the heron's flashing beak steals fish from Nile's delta. And Isis, whose husband has not yet been delivered by Nile, is forsaken after another day's searching among the water lilies and eddies of the river. She lays her cheek on Nile's sun-warmed bank, listening to the sounds of beetles and swaying palms, and sleeps again.